If you are interested in improving your health and spirit or lose some unwanted weight, do subscribe to my channel and watch some of my videos and follow the advice. You will see results within weeks, if not sooner. Pick up 3 bananas for this. They should be spotted. The spotted bananas are the ones which are quite sweet, and those are the ones we will need for this particular recipe. However, do make sure that they are not overly ripe. The overly ripe bananas tend to have a very strong smell that you will not be able to remove in your final recipe. If you do not like the banana smell at that point of time, there won't be anything you will be able to do. So make sure that they are not overly ripe, just about ripe. Take 1/3 cup of cashews. I tend to add cashews quite a bit because this is the one which is going to give me a lot of energy. While the bananas will give some amount of texture and sweetness, it is the cashews which will give me plenty of energy that is needed for my day. I have taken 4 dates in this case, pitted. Make sure that the seeds are not there. The softer the dates, the better, but I am going to process it in a high speed blender anyway. So although these are not excessively soft, I think it should be adequate. We are adding dates to add some amount of sweetness to the entire recipe. The sweetness that you get from bananas will not be adequate once you have cashews and the other ingredients we are going to have. And then we are going to take 1 tablespoon of pure edible coconut oil. Any other oil may not be as good in this case as the coconut oil, and make sure that you do not skimp on the quantity of coconut oil. It is the oil which will give the creaminess to the entire recipe that we are going to make. Otherwise everything will be hardened to the core and you do not want your recipe to be excessively hard. A few stalks of saffron will add some color as well as a nice flavor to the recipe we will make today. If you do not like any kind of powderiness from the saffron stalks, you could add some water or milk to it, leave it for 5 to 10 minutes and extract the milk only rather than putting the entire stalk. But I am lazy, so I am putting the stalks by themselves. I am going to make a vanilla based flavored ice cream today. Therefore, I want to add vanilla essence. Pure French vanilla essence is so good. Just a few drops would be adequate. I tend to use that. So I'm going to dump everything in my high speed blender. If you do not have a high speed blender, you could use a regular blender as well. But a hand blender may not be adequate in this case. So all the 3 bananas go into that, and the dates which have been pitted, the saffron stalks, all of those cashews. You could pre-soak the cashews if you want them to be quite soft and if you are not using a high-speed blender. I am using a high-speed blender, so I am confident that the entire texture will be smooth anyway. And a few drops of vanilla essence. And then the most important ingredient, do not forget this, that is your coconut oil. 1 tablespoon full should be minimum required. I do not know whether this will be adequate or not. I will know only after I complete my recipe. I am guessing this should be adequate. Let me see if any changes are required. I will let you know in the final ingredients list anyway. We'll process this now. Can you please click on the like button? So that should be done. There are a few flakes of dates which were dry, but I am okay with that. and this will go into the freezer for some time until it freezes. I think about 2 hours should be adequate. Maybe 1.5 hours also will be adequate, but I'll leave it for a couple of hours anyway. For one reason or the other, after making this ice cream for nearly 10 days, I don't know if it is 10 days, maybe a little less than that, a week definitely, I didn't get a chance to actually remove this from the refrigerator and then eat it or taste it. And I wanted to taste it before the camera, although I was tempted to eat it several times. As you can see, because it was in the refrigerator for quite some time, in the freezer section of course, the top section, the top layer has slightly darkened, but the rest of it is of a lighter color, softer color. The whole thing was rigid when I removed it from the refrigerator, so I allowed it to thaw for roughly half an hour and then took it out. It seems to be having a nice good consistency at this time by the appearance. Now let me eat it and tell you if it really tastes good enough to be able to present it in this video. If this is not good, I will cancel this video and not post it at all. So I'm going to taste it and see for myself. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Boy, it is so delicious. My God, this is unbelievably delicious. I am definitely going to make this ice cream many more times, I think. It is so delicious. It's cold, refrigerated of course, so it was nice. Very, very creamy in nature, sweet. I don't know how to really explain it. Really feels like a rich ice cream. Absolutely delicious. Mmm, wonderful. Very, very creamy indeed. So I'm going to wrap up this video now and then immediately eat it after this because it is so delicious. I am tempted not to leave it on the table and allow it to melt. Not that it will melt immediately, but still. So all in all, it's an ice cream. I think you should definitely try making it at home. It's made with all good healthy ingredients. It cannot make you gain weight. If you are following a regular diet from my recipes, mostly eating a hell lot of this also will not make you fat. As you can see, I'm not fat and I've lost actually 11 kgs of weight by following diets such as these, not just eating ice creams but then the fruits and nuts and all that. It's a very healthy way of living and enjoying the food as well at the same time. I think you got to try this. Believe me, you should. Thanks for your time. Please click whether you disliked it or liked it. Anything is better than none. Send your comments as well. I post several videos. You may like at least some of them. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't and also click on the notification bell.